Alright, open up Android Studio and go to File, click on New and New Project. We are now going to create a new project. Let's give it a name. I call it Party App, and the company domain, let's call it com.cloudsec-training. Now we have a package called cloudsec-training.com.partyapp. Instead, let's rename it to cloudsec-training.com. So the package name is going to be com.cloudsec-training.partyapp. So let's click on Next. It's going to get us a new project. Just choose phone and tablet. Make sure you uncheck everything else. And let's click Next. And click on Empty Activity because we need to have an activity for this application for demonstration purposes. If you want to build everything as a service with no user interface, you can do that as well. But in this course, we are going to build this application using an activity. The activity name is main activity and the layout name is activity main. Let's keep them as is. Let's not change anything and click on Finish. Now the project is going to be created. You're going to have something like this. Right, now let's expand this Party App and click on App and expand the source directory and click on Main Java and look at the main activity.java. And this is where we are going to write all the code that is required for this application. Before we do that, let's build the user interface for this application. We are going to make it look like a legitimate application. So we are going to give a very good background. So when a user launches this application, he thinks that it's a legitimate application. Since we have named it Party App, I have created a background image for our application with a similar theme. The background image is available for download. Go ahead and download it and use it in your application as well. So let me copy that image from my file system. I'm copying it. Come back to my Android Studio project. Let me expand this resources folder and expand drawable and then paste the background image into this folder. And click OK and just keep the name as is, and there you go. So now we have the background image in your current project. We'll just have to add that into your UI. So what I'm going to do is I'm clicking on activity_main.xml. This is the file that is responsible for the UI of your main activity.java. So I'm clicking on this XML file and clicking on text, and under this I'm going to add the background tag Android : background. If you notice, there is a suggestion from Android Studio. It's asking us to choose one of them. And what we are interested in is the background from drawable folder. So choose the first one. Now let's build the application and see if the background is added to the UI. I'm clicking on the play button. It will show us the available emulators. In my case, both the emulators are running. To make sure that we are all testing with a similar emulator, I'm clicking on Nexus 5X API 24. That's the emulator we have created earlier using ARM processor. And click on OK. It will take a couple of minutes for building and installing the application. Let's open up the emulator and wait for the app to launch and run. Nice. As expected, the application has started and the UI is currently built. Now we are done with the user interface. All we have to do now is add the malicious functionality in main activity.java. Let's do that from the next video.